Can you effectively fight employer surveillance in the workplace? Imagine working in a space where every keystroke, email, and even your facial expressions during a video call are being watched. That's the reality of modern workplace surveillance. Companies use technology to track computer activity, monitor emails, record video footage, analyze keystrokes, and sometimes even assess facial cues. This can happen whether you're in the office or working remotely from home. From a liberal point of view, which values individual privacy and autonomy, this kind of monitoring raises serious questions. Liberalism supports the idea that people should have control over their personal lives and not be subjected to unwarranted interference. When surveillance becomes excessive or secretive, it can create a feeling of being constantly watched. This often leads employees to censor themselves, trust diminishes, and the environment becomes less open. In many countries, including the United States, laws protecting workers from surveillance are limited. Employers often justify monitoring as necessary for security or productivity. Some laws requiring companies to tell employees about monitoring, but enforcement is weak. Employees usually have little power to challenge or refuse surveillance practices. Without strong legal protections, resisting surveillance becomes very difficult. The decline of labor unions makes it even harder for workers to push back. Without collective bargaining, individual employees lack the leverage to demand privacy rights or limit monitoring. This imbalance favors employers, making it tough for workers to effectively oppose surveillance. Liberal advocates suggest reforms like clear rules requiring companies to inform workers about all monitoring activities. They also want limits on what data can be collected and how it's used. Stronger laws should give workers the right to sue if their privacy is violated. Some groups push for government oversight of surveillance tools to prevent abuse. Fighting employer surveillance effectively often depends on collective action. Workers can organize to demand transparency and privacy protections. Supporting legislation that strengthens privacy rights is another step. Raising awareness about the risks of unchecked monitoring can also help shift public opinion. However, technology advances faster than laws and social norms. Many employees are unaware of how much they are being watched. Even when laws exist, enforcement can be weak, and companies may find ways around restrictions. From a liberal perspective, the core issue is balancing employer needs with individual rights. While individuals can try to resist, without stronger legal frameworks and collective power, meaningful change remains difficult. For workers wanting to protect their privacy, the first step is to stay informed. Read company policies carefully and ask questions about what is being monitored. Document any concerns or violations. Joining or forming worker groups can amplify your voice. Supporting efforts to improve privacy laws also makes a difference. In the end, fighting employer surveillance is a complex challenge. It requires a mix of legal reforms, collective action, and changing attitudes about privacy. While progress is slow, it is possible to create workplaces where privacy and dignity are respected. The key is understanding your rights, working together, and advocating for stronger protections.